What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. MTG here with another episode. If you're new to the channel, hi there. So I've had the Pixel 9 Pro Fold for 24 hours now as of recording this video, and I've got some thoughts. I've got some thoughts about this device, and my SIM card is in here, so I've officially switched from the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Granted, I'm still in the review process of this too, so I'll be switching back and forth. But yeah, I've got a lot of positive thoughts about this, especially when you compare it to its predecessor. And that's going to start things off with design. It's thin. It's really thin, especially when it's folded. Like, look how thin it is. And I'm going to just quickly compare it to the Pixel 9 Pro XL. Look how thin it is compared to the Pixel 9 Pro XL. And this is a foldable. And when you unfold it, it's even like thinner. It feels even thinner. Just look at that. That is clean. Absolutely love it. Now, what I also did notice, it feels quite a bit heavier than the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, and it's noticeable. It really is. I love the inner display. This inner display, 8-inch display, is fantastic. Absolutely love it. The cover display is also really nice. 6.3 inches, so it's the same display size as the 9 Pro as well as the regular Pixel 9. But the bezels could have been thinner. Like the chunky frame on this left side of this cover display, it gives it like a dated look. And just looking at the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, it just feels and looks so much more premium. But overall, it's a good design change from its predecessor. I mean, especially with the inner display and it folds, you know, the fact that it folds flat. The predecessor was, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. But again, it was their first foldable. The crease, when I'm looking at it head on, doesn't really get in the way, obviously, but you still feel it. But the depth is not too bad. Like, it's not that bad at all. So I wouldn't even worry about it. I just pointed it out there because, you know, some people do ask. So there you go. It won't get in the way though. And also the speakers, they're not the loudest. They don't get that loud, and I would expect that to see from you know, with foldables, getting, you know, having good speakers, loud speakers. I hope, you know, with the next Pixel, if it's called Pixel 10 Pro Fold, I hope that has better speakers, I guess. But yeah, overall design, absolutely love it. The software, for me, there's one thing that I don't like about the Pixel software with foldables is the outer cover and the inner cover, they share the same setup. And, you know, some people may like this. And I know people that do like this. You know, when you have a setup on your, you know, out cover display and then you open it up and stare in the inner display, some people like that. I personally don't prefer it. Just something I wanted to point out there. But everything that I've thrown in the last 24 hours, obviously through a setup process and everything like that, has been great. You know, it has been easy to use. It's been smooth. Tensor G4, 16 gigs of RAM is perfectly fine. And I'm looking forward to this device getting 7 years of software updates. In 7 years, how well is this going to perform? I'm looking forward to it. Now, with the cameras, they're good. You know, my initial impressions are they're pretty good. They're nice. Now, for me, camera isn't a buy factor, so I'm not too nitpicky about the quality. But the results, you know, they get the job done. They're Pixel cameras, so you can't really think, oh, they're going to be that bad. Now, here's the thing. I wish they had the same setup as the 9 Pro, 9 Pro XL, but they don't. And, you know, you're paying $1,800, so you kind of would have wanted to see that, but you don't get it. You don't get that same layout, maybe next year. But, you know, the results so far have been good. I'm going to continue to test it more. And if you're not really too focused on, you know, camera quality, then I guess this is going to be a great phone. And here's the thing, what I've seen with other foldables too, you know, yes, cameras on the Z Fold 6 are pretty good. OnePlus Open, same thing, they're pretty good. But it's not like their key factor. You know, they don't put true flagship cameras in their foldables. I don't know. I hope they do in the future. But for now, you're not going to be getting a flagship camera like a Pixel 9 Pro XL in the foldable. You're not going to be getting Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra cameras in the Z Fold 6. So it's something that, you know, companies can continue to work on in the future. The battery life has been pretty good so far. It's got a 4,650 milliamp hour battery, and it's been lasting me pretty much the entire day. So good job, Google, on that aspect. But charging speeds, they've been pretty slow. And lately, like, I've been paying more attention to charging speeds on the phones that I review and I use on a daily. And sometimes it kind of gets me annoyed. Like I may be in a rush. I may have forgotten to charge the night before. And with like 30 minutes, I don't really get that much charge. For example, like if I need to charge it for like 30 minutes, I'm not gonna get the necessary amount of charge that I need. And you know, I'd really like to see faster charging speeds. So some may argue that, you know, having faster charging speeds is not healthy for the actual battery itself. And I kind of see, I understand your point, but again, it comes down to, do you want to have faster charging speeds or not? And you know, I'm all for having faster charging speeds as long as it's going to kind of juice me up and, you know, tackle the day for me. As long as it's going to last me the entire day, I don't want to carry like a charger with me. And granted, you know, I have a charger at my workstation and all that stuff, but I just don't want to rely on being near a wall port and trying to figure out how to charge my phone and all that stuff. Like, I just don't want to carry that stuff with me when I'm like going out. And you know, it's something I just don't want to worry about. Just something I don't want to worry about. It's 11:28, 11:30. I may be rambling at this time because, fun fact, I recorded this video earlier today, and when I went to sit down on Final Cut Pro, I realized I forgot the audio. I didn't turn on the audio, so there you have it sometimes. And I was like, oh, should I sit down and record this video again? Or should I just scrap this entire video? I was like, you know what? Nope, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get this video out and share my thoughts about this 24 hours later. So just wrapping things up, it's been a huge improvement over its predecessor. And last year I picked up the predecessor. I picked up the Pixel Fold. I used it for like a week and then I returned it. I think I even made just one video on it and then I returned it. One, because like I'm not gonna pay $1,800 for a phone that I'm not gonna use and keep. I was like, no, let me just use it, try it out, returned it. And from what I remember, display is so much better on this Pixel 9 Pro Fold. That one was terrible. It was terrible. The only thing I liked about the predecessor is the outer display. It was more like a passport type. It was more compact. It was wider and just kind of more chubby, I guess you can say. But it was a more compact smartphone, foldable to use. And it was just like the only one in its field. You know, it had that 5.8-inch outer display. I liked that. I really did like it. I kind of wish they kept that with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. But they didn't. They went for a more conventional design and they wanted to play it safe. And I understand that. I understand it. Hopefully next year they try to make this feel a little bit more premium. Now here's the thing. I'm going to have to continue to test the battery life and the camera quality. But so far, I think this is a good step in the right direction. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely be sure to superman the like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel out a lot. I want to help push my content out to more people. Definitely be sure to check out my latest wallpaper pack. It's called Urban Glow. I'll be leaving a link in the description down below. Huge shout out to my 10-year-old Moto 360. I mean, even 10 years later, wow, this came out in 2014. 10 years later, it's still aged like super well, still looks super premium. Oops. I knocked down my Lucky Charizard right here. I even have the 2015 Moto 360 second gen. Man, I love these. I wish Moto 360 would make a comeback. I don't know, we'll see, but maybe I might tweet at Motorola and kind of see if, you know, they do something about it. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, and before I leave, even though I'm wearing this, I did order the Pixel Watch 3, so you'll see some content on that soon. Anyway, take care.